is still no announcement from the state of Florida that Alligator Alcatraz is closing soon.
But during a visit there today, Congressman Maxwell Frost says he saw signs that operations are winding down. West investigative reporter Justin Schecker is live in our newsroom. Justin, what did the congressman say about the immigrants who are still being detained there?
Well, Stu, he says they're being sent to ICE facilities in other states. The congressman also told me he saw a flight take off for Texas while he was there. Now, today I also spoke with a former Alligator Alcatraz detainee. He says he got released from custody after he was moved across the country. It was a traffic stop near Tampa that led to Carlos Garcia's 3 weeks in ICE custody. The immigrant from Venezuela says an FHP trooper checked his ID even though he wasn't driving.
I cooperated with the state trooper and, well, then I was detained. They told me I had to go with them because there was an issue with my documentation.
Garcia described his dozen days of detention at Alligator Alcatraz.
There are cages inside the detention centers where approximately 32 people live per cage, and there are bathrooms in the middle of the cage.
During a tour of the facility in the Florida Everglades on Tuesday, Democratic Congressman Maxwell Frost says the processing area was empty.
So they're not receiving any new people, but they are going to be sending folks in just different places.
Frost says there are only 655 detainees left, down from 1,400 a few weeks ago.
A lot of the staff used words like, we are decompressing, we are unwinding. They said everything but we're closing.
State officials have not confirmed that Alligator Alcatraz is shutting down.
It's always been designed to be a temporary solution.
When West 2 recently questioned Governor Ron DeSantis about the price tag, he defended the deportation of 22,000 immigrants since the facility opened last July.
Do you want some illegal alien from Guatemala who has molested kids to be released back in your community? Or do you want them sent back to their home country? I want them sent back. I don't want them offending in our communities.
Attorney Laura Quintero says most of her clients who have been detained in South Florida did not have criminal records.
The majority were overstayed or they came illegal through the border.
She helped secure Garcia's release after she says he disappeared from the system when he got moved all the way to California.
And he was released on habeas because there's no way for us to do the bond hearing if they actually do not show on the system.
Now Garcia is grateful to be back in St. Cloud with his family.
It's a blessing from God. It's an enforcement of the law by the judge, and thanks to the work of my lawyer.
And Congressman Frost says there needs to be further investigation into human rights violations and the facility's impact on the Everglades. He says he hopes the House Oversight Committee will do just that if Democrats can win back the majority in November. Live in the newsroom, I'm Justin Schecker, WESH 2 News.